Hey there, everybody. It's Atherbeer back here with some more SevTech Ages. I laid out 5 or 6 different little farms. Got most of them done. I've got rice on the other side that has yet to be filled up, fully populated, whatever you want to call it. I harvested some wheat to make some hay bales here. I made these thinking of them as decorations, but I I wasn't even thinking that these are also progression. So I made those off camera. Whoops, the basin, and I made that one's decorative. Like this is a possible workstation just for show. And then over here we've got one with like tons of barrels that we can actually work from efficiently. And then I've got a third one down there because there's actually infinite water out there. I found out when I made a mistake placing a block. So that's where we'll actually do our work making leather and such. And we want to make bread because our grain is slowly getting to the point where if it gets too low, it's going to give us a penalty. So I'm working on vegetables right now. Baked potatoes. Baked potato, baked potato. I got a speedway put in because it's got horse totems like every 11 blocks. So we can move super fast, and it's a pathway, which makes you faster. I got spiders in each pen so we can get in and out without gates. I mean, we could just make gates. That's a thing too, but totems are cool. The only thing is they're kind of bulky, so I might change them out for gates later. I don't know. It's not like I really go in there much, except for the sheep one. So as promised, as I said before, I'm going to work on getting the animals contained in a little bit more orderly fashion, and I bred them up some. I went and got 2 more horses. This one I tamed. He's going to be our trusty steed. And then I got one for the press as well. And I haven't gotten chests and hoppers set up for that, but we hardly need the press at all. Real quick, I want to get some of our advancements knocked out. I made the fire pit, and so I knocked out that chain in one go. I want to make a saddle for our trusty steed and one of these carts, and that will basically unlock everything except for Baycock's bow and this dorky fishing stuff that I don't care about. And of course these are... So a saddle. Long story short is we want to make a saddle. And the recipe is 3 leather strips and 3 leather. Well, that couldn't be easier. Pretty sure the leather's out here, and I'm pretty sure I have my work tool on me. Oh, I threw it in this chest, but that's okay because it's right there next to the leather. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need string. Might as well make all 3. Oh, we need 3. What am I saying? Yes, of course we're going to make all 3. Beautiful. We'll go and slap that on our horse. We're going to move him pretty quick here. Because I think what I want to do, we're getting into metal, and I found a little bit out in the plains there. There's copper just down the coast here, easy to find, and then there's some tin just out, like basically straight out into the plains. Also pretty easy to find, shouldn't take us too much. Especially if we get on a horse, we can actually look down on the ground. It really helps. I remember that from season 1, getting that high point of view. So I think what I want to do, we might end up moving the press. I want to build a blacksmith right here, because this is like our next step from caveman hut. Now we're moving into a blacksmith. So we'll probably put another melter in here, one that we can automate a little more fully later without breaking the rules of that build. I put our fire pit there next to the... Oh, I should... And the other thing that I did, I spent quite a bit of time on this. It's subtle. Take a minute to look at it. It's like a painting with Minecraft flowers. this purple one. But it's supposed to be like, starts with the white over there by the teepee and then fades into kind of like yellows and oranges and reds, and then finally there's this field of poppies. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. Been running all over the plains here, grabbing up flowers and storing them in a chest to use them as paint on my Minecraft world. So that's what we want to do today. Is go and do some mining, which I'm gonna do mostly off camera because it's super boring. Like, you know, because it's just giant nodes. It's not even like running around in caves and picking up random. It's just like dig down to the node, mine out the node, pillar back out. It's pretty dull stuff, but we'll do a little bit of it together just for funsies, especially for people who are unfamiliar with the pack. So we want to make, I think this is right. No, I probably got it backwards. No? Is it logs? Maybe it's logs. Oh yeah, it's logs. Okay. Get a prospector. That will allow us to detect ore underground. What we have to do is find a surface sample, and that tells us that there's ore in the chunk. Although my new theory is that if you just dig down in the center of the chunk, you're going to find the deposit because they're huge. And then I want to get a... We don't really need this, but we might later. Plumb line is a rock and a bolt of, well, 2 bolts of string. We need some sticks. Of those. Oh, we already had sticks. And a rock. And this will allow us to determine our depth, our Y level. And it's an achievement too, so like might as well get it right. Let's go sleep before the mobs start spawning. I've done a pretty good job of keeping it daytime most of the time. But what that also means is that it never rains. So those barrels are never going to fill up with water, which, you know, isn't the biggest of deals, honestly. The bees out there seem to be doing their due diligence because these crops grow really fast. I harvested all those potatoes not that long ago and set them in there to cook, and it's already all regrown. What were we doing? I got all distractified. We were gonna go prospecting, but I need inventory for that. So let's quick and dump off. Oh, wait, we want cobblestone. Quick and just dump off all this extra stuff. Actually, maybe we keep this with us. No, that's adventure paxel. We don't need that for mining. It's not mining paxel. I'm looking around at dandelions and I'm realizing that they're just kind of ugly flowers and they're generally a mistake. Throwing mad shade on dandelions today. I think that's probably about good. So if we head off along the, oh, well, you know what else we need are torches, maybe just a couple, and some logs, right. We want to make totems, right, I'm glad I remembered that. Yeah, 19 torches should be plenty. Because conveniently enough, there's a totem that, one gives you night vision, so you don't really need torches, but there's also one that allows you to mine faster. What is the different? Oh, that's the ironwood. I think I'll probably take the ironwood out, and then see that's the thing with like the yellow fades to red, and then it ends with these sakura trees. I'm gonna leave them there, and those are gonna be permanent. Okay, I was running around out here. Yeah, here it is. placing torches, and I found this malachite sample. Oh, azurite. Malachite's the green stuff. They both get you copper. So if we hit F9, we can see that this is our chunk here. And the center of the chunk is this yellow dot. So I'm guessing that if we douse here, we find azurite. Oh, a cave. Maybe we need more torches than I thought. I'm not really interested in a cave right now. There's nothing really exciting in a cave. Like, all of the reasons that you would normally get excited to find a cave in Minecraft don't exist here. Just say no to dangerous tunnels. I guess we leave this open since it goes outside. We want to eventually torch all this off anyway. Just not have mobs spawning anywhere in our vicinity. Oh, that was dumb. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Don't mind us, we're just tunneling down here. Doesn't have, oh. And that's why we stand on 2 blocks when we mine down, boyos. That also goes outside. How interesting. I don't like all the noises that I'm hearing. Don't mind me. I'm just mining down. What is all that noise? It sounds a little bit terrifying. I wonder if it's Shoggoth. Is there like a lair out in the river or something that I missed? Sure sounds like them. This is the joy of mining. And this is as exciting as it gets. Like, when we actually found stuff mining down, probably not going to do anything exciting on our way. For the rest of this, it's just going to be like breaking blocks, literally just breaking blocks. Oh, take it back, there's a cave. See how slow this is? Where did that one go? Oh, scary time. There's like fire methods out there and stuff. Well, you know what the answer is. We're not going down there. At least not without being very, very careful. But what we can do, because we can, is drop a block down there, say a totem base. Is the height limit, I'm pretty sure. And we want these to be buffalo. And that's going to give us haste 3. Take 2. And you can see now it's considerably faster. It's still slow. Still slow, but considerably faster. Power of totems, friends. Totem poles, I should say. So I think if we just mine out like the top of this, can you get up here? Don't get up here. We could also put down a spider totem and use that to like get up and down. What is happening over there? It looks terrible. Whatever's happening to that poor guy doesn't look good. I don't think he's supposed to be in the water. Looks like he's having a bad day. F in the chat. Unless he's a different critter than the fire one that's next to him. That's also possible. Maybe he likes the water. Maybe he's having a grand old time. I think these things have a 5-block radius, so they're pretty good. Just get a little bit more of this. We don't need a ton to get started. I can come back and do more off camera. The time in between episodes gets longer and longer the farther we get into the game, just because like there's actually a lot of catching up to do. The progress gets ahead of the build, or it can anyway. I'm trying to stay true to the build in between episodes. But if we do too much progress, then it gets hard to keep up with the build, right? Because we need space and machines and altars and things to support all the progression, and all of that has to go someplace. And I don't like just throwing it in some random place, because then it always just lives there, and that sucks. It doesn't end up getting moved. Got to be those method things. I think that's what they're called. That's what I'm calling them. Until I find out otherwise. It's probably good for now. I can come back later. What are you? Magma monster. Yep, that is what's making that noise. I will see you later. Peace out, bro. Not interested in what you're selling at all. They are still very loud. We'll leave ourselves a marker of where our exit is. Entrance/exit, where the shaft is. Need a map to find the shaft. There should be some teolite or cassiterite just like right out here. Oh, it's getting dark. Let's go rest. I'm gonna do the cheesy run and jump thing that I hate so much. Which is why I built all of this infrastructure here, because now we can just like blast on these paths with the horse totems, and yeah, super cool. It's pretty fast. Oh, I should mention too, there are ocelot totems buried under the corners of each of the animal pens. So like right under here, there's an ocelot totem under each corner, which is a little excessive, but it's whatever. It felt good. Hopefully they're not buried too deep. I don't think it should be fine. It should have like a 3-block range above ground, if my math is right. But you never know. There's a bunch of flowers. I'm gonna come snatch all these later. This whole plains is going to be devoid of all flowers by the time I'm done. Okay, where is Here we go. Cassiterite. I'm going to stick with my theory here that in the middle of the chunk we will find cassiterite. My previous theory was like all of them cross chunk borders, so you go around the edge of the chunk until you find it, but that was just dumb actually, and going down the middle makes 1,000 times more sense. I think you're literally going to find it every single time. The veins are so big. How much copper did we even get? A little over a stack. Okay. Whoa, friends. And again, that is why we mine on 2 blocks. That right there is the exact reason. Ooh, talk about a heart attack. Holy mama. We should probably put a torch here since we're leaving some horizontal surfaces. Don't want mobs spawning on the platform above us and dropping down. That would be a bad time. Alright, lava pool avoided. Let's make sure we're, yeah, cassiterite. Still on target. Oh, here it is. I'm going to go down 6 and then we're going to make our totem. In case you were wondering, like, why is he still tunneling down? That is why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for now, I guess. I'll get up there and add another one in a minute. Buffalo. Oh, oh, oh. Guess that doesn't work. This stuff mines slightly faster, it seems, than the copper. So I don't even think I have haste 3. I think I'm only at haste 2, yeah. That'll get me to haste 3 now. Yeah. Well, I'm going to mine up a bit of this. We've all seen it with the copper. There's nothing new happening here. We're not even in a cave. It's not exciting. I'll meet you back at base when I've got a bit of this mined up. Okay. I made it back. Turns out a stack and 8 is like the perfect amount. Because that's 9 blocks. I thought I made some charcoal. Did I grind it all up? Looks like I probably did, and then I used it to make torches. Alright, let's see if I've got any wood in here. Not really. I had a lot of wood a minute ago. Oh, I might have some up here, yeah. I put it away. That's not very much, though. Crikey. Alright, well, we're going to have to use what we've got. We'll get ourselves started with 16 charcoal. And we'll go from there. We put in... Copper takes the longest. So I did figure out how to automate this, but it's going to be a little bit janky. So we need a Mark II hopper, a Mark I hopper, and a chest. You can't use chain hoppers. Like, you have to use a Mark II hopper to chain. That's, yeah. That's how to say that. So we need everything but the first one has to be a Mark II hopper. So we'll take some chests and 5 of those. 5 of those. And we need some planks. And one that input chest is going to have to be a primal chest. That is worthy of note. Oh, we need 10. Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Only need one of these. Do we have a primal chest? Yes. So mining is super easy, but also super tedious. Like, it just depends on how much you want. If I had mined out that whole vein, that would have been crazy. It would have taken forever. It's like, 12 to 15 blocks, stacks, I mean. Like so. That's going to end up in here. No? Really? Why not? Where did it go? Is it just up there? Yes. So if we drop in all of that stuff, that's going to be a slow, tedious process. Let's do half a stack of that. It's already night again. Doesn't matter how many times it becomes night. I've been considering making a separate, a second TP, like for over there, just so I don't have to run all the way over here to sleep. I wanted to move the TP, but it's really part of the build. It belongs there. I'm not even sure I could get those stakes out of the ground anymore. They've been in there so long, and the roots from these reeds have really gotten their way into them, so like probably not salvageable at this point. Oh, this is sexy. Our next target of opportunity, our next project, we need some clay. I think I've got a relatively empty inventory. I want to start emptying these things out, because I don't think about what's in them. Right? If I'm not seeing stuff, then I don't think about it. Like before, when I was completely forgetting that we had gravel and clay, free from all that. Okay. It's all very messy. I'll get more chests. Clay. Oh, what was the clay even for? Oh, right. We need some of that sand too. 32 sand and 8 clay. Yeah. I think we can just cook the clay on this thing. Hopefully. Please. We could make a furnace too. I think we can probably do that. Is it gonna work? It's not gonna work. No, definitely not working. Okay, let's go try a furnace. Fast. I have cobblestone. See, like this will be the forge. This is the place where a furnace would be. It's kind of perfect. What are we trying to cook? I don't think it's gonna work. Nope. Alright, looks like it's gotta be the kiln, which is already busy doing stuff. That's why I wasn't gonna use it. But now I've wasted so much time that it all probably could have just been done. Awesome. Go Stan. We'll give that priority instead. Meantime, we need 8 sandstone. And we're also going to need an engineering hammer. Copper ingots. We're almost there. Probably, nope. Oh, is this not working? Okay, well, for the time being, we don't need that. Okay, that's working. That'll work for now, until we need to use our casting basin for something. That's gonna be a minute. What else was in that recipe? 1 string, 2 copper ingots. Oh, we're gonna need the anvil. This guy. Stone anvil. So it was 7 stone. Yeah. It's going to give us the hammer for free. Oh, so generous. It gives us a fire stick for free and a stone hammer for free. It's literally 3 sticks and a stone is what they've given us for free so far. Oh, generous game. Oh, this doesn't go in here. No, 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 no. No, no, this goes up here. I'm living in the past, man. For now, I'm just gonna throw it down. Let's see about, oh, I already had one in my inventory. What do you know about that? You can put a hopper on these too. So maybe we want to get that going. Getting all of the new things. We need a building. I'm thinking about using this. Terra clay. There's a ton of it. Like a literal ton. It just goes on and on. And making like a huge, like not huge in size, but like really sturdy, like double block thick walls, and you know, like a huge stone roof or something. And then we'll make some kind of a brick chimney, because shortly we will have access to a chisel and we can do fancy blocks. So I think I want to do the forge like right here. We'll just cut as much of this away as we need to and build right into the hill. So I'm gonna mine out a bunch of this grass, mine up a bunch of that, whatever it's called, terra clay, and then I'll get back and we'll kind of rough this build in together. Okay, I mined up a couple of stacks. Should be at least good for a start. It's all going to be a work in progress anyway, so I mean, it's probably going to get broken a few times. I wonder though, if I build with this stuff and then break it, do I have to, I probably lose. That seems legit. We needed our 8 brick, we needed our charcoal, we needed some bronze. We need more fuel. And then we might as well put the tin in as well, because it's all metered out. We have the perfect amount to make 9 blocks. Now we gotta go make this into ingots. It's gonna be a lot of running back and forth for a while. It's just unfortunately how it's gonna work, because we're in transition between one set of technology and in one location and a new set of technology in a new location. So super fun times. 1 a string, 2 sticks. 1 hammer. So in order to set up our alloy kiln, we kind of have to have an idea where this thing is going to go. I want the opening to be that side, and I want it to have a, I think we'll go back to like right here. I want it to have an open area in front of it. Open but roofed. Something like that, just really crude. And then double walled. Maybe I'll change that out for dirt, I don't know yet. Definitely gonna have to move the horse press. Right? Like a great big thing. Just a huge dirt structure that we use to make, to melt metal in. And I think when we unlock the next age, I will bend the rules a little bit and add the smeltery to this. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it when the time comes. Maybe I'll have some other idea for the smeltery by that time. So yeah, just like a big workspace, we'll put the kiln back here in the back. Got 1 more of these guys left. Hang up a couple of hammers. I think there was another hammer we could make. We should make one just to, oh yeah. We'll have to get one of those and hang it up in here somewhere too. Maybe some coal blocks, or I don't know. Yep, just a great big giant solid earthen structure. I'll put more melters in here too. We'll get the because I think there's now the porcelain. Oh no, we don't have the alloying tank yet. There is one, I'm pretty sure, in this pack, but it must be next age. So I'll have to make a bunch more porcelain and make like 2 more melters and that to go in here. I think that'll be right here. Oh dang, this shovel is effective. Let's put 1 more layer on here. I don't think this is going to evolve much actually as a build. It's just going to be this. Really straightforward. It's a brick house. Well, it's not. It's a mud house. A clay? I don't know. And then I think I'll put a stone roof on it with like some posts out here to support it, and then we'll have like an outdoor work area. Maybe we'll park our cart, which I was going to make this episode. We'll park the cart right here. I was thinking about parking it right here. It would look pretty good, but totally unusable at that point. Why do I keep going in here? Oh, right, metal. I gotta pour this copper or we'll never get progress. Oh, hey. Well, now we get to find out what happens when you... Yep, okay. Gotta dig it back up. I don't know how many I had before, so I can't tell you what I lost. Clever. Alright, I think I'm gonna pour a bunch of copper and tin, actually, and maybe make some porcelain while I'm at it, so we can... Although, maybe for this... Yeah. Let's not do porcelain. Let's do seared brick. We need a lot more of them, so it's more work, but... Gravel, clay, and sand. Alright, I'm gonna go make a ton of grout. At least a stack, I think. Because then these require full bricks, which... So everything that we needed before is multiplied by 4. Right? So we need a whole bunch more of those than we would to make a porcelain one. And I want to make 2 of them. So we need 12 times 4 is 48. Yeah, at least a stack. Bare minimum. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, that ended up being 2 stacks. But that's okay. I needed the extra work because we're just now... I think that's the last block of copper, and then we still have to get into some tin, and then we have to alloy it, so we got stuff to do. Plenty of work. What's the recipe for this? It's the same. Primal chest, advanced... Oh, no. Oh! What did I do? I totally didn't see this. 6 bricks. Just need 6 bricks. That's hilarious. Well, okay. It's good when you can laugh at yourself. It's important to be able to laugh at yourself. Oh, are we getting rain in our barrels? Yeah. Not because we need it, just because it's cool. Got any more cobblestone? Ooh. Embarrassing. No cobblestone there. I think there's a hole in the world right over here. Yeah. Oh, interesting. It goes through to... We're going to have to do something with this. That'll be fun. Okay, I had to pause. My son came in to visit, and so that takes precedence over recording Minecraft. I did a little bit of work off camera. I mined up some cobblestone, a little bit of slate. Looks like I got some marble with all of that too. Poured some metal. I think we should be like halfway through the tin now. I could have been farther along, but I was BSing with the kid. I'm going to leave 1 block of each. Probably just need like 2 blocks to get started with. Should have more of that stuff, but we will eventually need it when we make a smeltery. It's not like it was wasted effort, so it'll be fine. Gonna leave 1 of those. We need blocks for something later, so I'll just leave them there. And then we gotta go use our little anvil thingy to make ingots, and then we gotta plug those ingots into an alloy kiln. That's not the thing. can just spam right click on this guy. Pretty convenient, really. And then we want to put one of these here. Get a plate, and this will give us our chisel. Oh, I don't have a stick. Shame on me. I just did a bunch of inventory management. Like, I was trying to do stuff like that didn't matter while the kid was here. I want to turn these into roof tile. Oh, it's not how we do it. How do we do it? Slate roof. Oh, we just craft them in. Okay. This is going to be the roof of our forge over here. And then I want to do a bunch of stairs. Probably like, I'm going to need more slate, I think, is the... Something like that will probably do. Well, the ratios are right, whether it's the correct amount or not, it's going to have to do. So what I'm thinking is, like, oh, that's totally the wrong block, jeez. What I'm thinking is like this. Gonna have to find more of this stuff, obviously, but just super basic, like nothing. Nothing crazy. What happens if I take these out of here now? Does not give the look I want. We'll just do that. Keep it simple, stupid. Perfect. I love it. It's awesome. And then we'll do a second layer. Can no longer get up there. Do a second layer, something like this. Hello. So yeah, I'll need a couple more stacks of this stuff, but that should look okay. Maybe I'll put a window in here or something to give us a little light. Maybe not. We'll see how that goes. Where were we? We're getting bronze and a blood altar. Looks like our next progression. We need to think about how that integrates into this build. Like, out past here is going to be a big blood altar. The blood altar is 23 by 23. So maybe we put that over by this tree. And then we use that tunnel that's right over here. Where did it go? Where did it go? Did I pass it? Anyway, there's this tunnel over here. Oh, here it is, yeah. I thought it came out right here, but I guess I was misremembering. Anyway, we could use that maybe for abyssal craft. Although now, oh, here it is. Yeah, we could maybe do abyssal craft down in there, and then put our blood altar up here. Thinking that sounds kind of good. The blood altar is 23 by 23 by like 6 or 7, so it's a pretty big structure. Got to kind of plan for where it's going to be ahead of time, and I think I'm going to move this guy just right over here, and then maybe do a stables on the other side of that. have to check the chunk boundaries and see where he can even exist at. Let's see about getting some bronze on the go. We need 3 to 1. So if we do 15, 10, and we need 45 copper. And I will have to go and mine more in between episodes because that's basically all of our copper. And then we need fuel for this baby. I don't know if I've got any left. Nothing. Gonna have to cook up the red cedar. I think I'm done using it for a while. Like, I'm not gonna build any more of these for a little while. Probably will put like 2 or 3 more, just keep going down the coast. But I don't have anything to plant there right now anyway. Let's grab one. I wonder if we have to, will it take blocks? Hopefully it will. It will. That'll get us a little bit of bronze. Now, in order to get our blood altar, we need that bronze. We also need demonic will. In order to get that, we need snares, which is tin, ash, and string. The ash we get by smelting logs. I just put all my logs. I might have a few here. Yeah, Darklands oak wood. I can cook some of that using other wood. And yeah, I'm going to need a lot more because this roof is going to come out to like right here. And then we're going to have some fence posts. What kind of wood do we have for that? Oh, hey, some low-grade charcoal. I know where to put you. Snares. I think 4 of these will get us a stack of snares. 10 ingots. Gotta go grab more tin and string. And then we gotta go mob hunting. It's a good thing it's nighttime. I'll just take both of those. That'll work. There'll be at least one left behind. Some string. Four. Perfect. Yeah, that they stack in 16, so that is a stack. Now then, the way that these work is, I'm pretty sure, as I understand it anyway, that they work better when the mob is already wounded. They have a higher percentage chance of taking effect, so we're gonna beat this guy up a little bit and then snare him. It's not working. He's supposed to give off particles. Well, maybe he just doesn't. I don't know. Okay, so we'll try this guy instead. Oh my, he's got friends. Work. Yeah, there he goes. So if we kill him while he's emitting those particles, then we get demonic will. You can see it there on the ground. Oh, I shouldn't have killed him. But that's what we need, and it gives it a value. 1.38 is relatively low. I think it's like 5 maximum, although it never actually gets to 5. Might as well use them all, right? We got 5 left. 1.16. I saw one over here. We can probably attract him from pretty far out. Hello? You want to come say hi? Yeah, he's coming to say hi. We'll head back over this way so he doesn't bring his friends. Well, we get 2. Let's go rest before more mobs show up. Alright, back to the blood altar. 2 bronze, a furnace, 4 stone. Easy money. Got the bronze. We're just about to make a furnace. I didn't mine up a ton of cobblestone, but enough to do several furnaces at least. We'll just make 8 of them. It sounds like we're going to need them. Stone. And bronze ingots. Reigns over bronze. You say so, dude. We want to make sure that it uses the lower of the 2. Blood altar. We also are going to need a sacrificial knife, which I think it requires a sharp bone. We'll have to go and grab a bone. So I think we'll put this over here, generally speaking. For now, I'll just throw it down right there. We're going to have to find a swamp biome, which is going to be a challenge. I still don't have a map. What did I come over here for? A bone, right. I think there might be some out in one of these things. Been trying to empty these out. Okay, they're mostly empty. I think I have all the bones in here. Oh, my inventory. Is there anything in here that... Oh, this was actually meant to be put in here. It's kind of a prehistoric thing. Bone. Don't have any stone super handy. I need to flake this. I wonder if our anvil works. I mean, you would think that it would, but I don't know if we have that kind of mod compatibility. Can we? No, it looks like not. That's a shame. Should be some stone down here we can use. I think that's what we need, the sharp. Let's see if we do at. Yeah, sharp bone and 2 bronze. Easy. I like how it still like kicks us back to the old world stuff. Like this is the first time I think we've actually needed a sharp bone. Sacrificial knife. We're gonna need a blood orb. Coagulated blood. in a tinker's table. 160 millibuckets, and we get 40 for a rotten flesh. So we need 4 rotten flesh. Perfect. And we'll have to switch. Rotten flesh. Look at that. We're like styling. Got a smeltery. Well, what's it called? A melter. Amazing. 7. Yeah, okay. It's beautiful. We need to make, in order to get it to tier 2, which is ultimately what we need to do in order to progress, we need to make 8 of these blank runes, which require 16 blank slates, which require 1,000 life points, which is at 200 per poke of our dagger, per heart that we spend. 5 pokes per times 16 is 80 pokes. Is that right? Yeah, 80. We have to stab ourselves with this dagger 80 times and fill this thing up with blood and infuse it into some smooth stone. Sounds exciting, right? I desperately need to get rid of these 2 blocks. They're just like one of each. It's the worst possible math. You can go there. You can go not like that. Okay, that is 2 inventory slots freed up. Now, next, just a little build stuff. We want 2 heaters, 2 melters, I think. Pretty sure that's what I want to do. We're going to put 1 in the corner, 1 there. And then when we get it, we'll put our melter, our alloy tank, in the middle. Fun, fun, fun. What I need right now actually is a whole crap ton of wood, but I'm just like trying to limp through to the end of the episode without it. I think we're going to end the episode right there. In fact, but before we do that, let's take some stone. This way I can feel good about doing this off camera because it's tedious, but we should all watch it at least once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that's going to fill the internal buffer. It has a 1000 LP buffer, so we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. And it should be enough blood. That's 2000 we've put in there. Should be enough blood to infuse one of these. We need 16. So yeah, this is another one of those opportunities where you can eat a lot of food. So maybe what I'll do is make some bread, or I can just eat rice. I don't want to make bread off camera even, because I don't know, I'm just persnickety that way. We need to make some bread. I will do that in the next episode. I'll do this with something else. Anyway, you guys take care, and oh, okay, I was like, what just happened there? Take care, have a wonderful day. Make sure you drop me a like. I'll see you next time.